Hey, B. Jamie, that's me here. Listen, just came to give you guys this review real quick. You know what I'm saying? I felt good enough to come on camera. Your girl has the pink eye, so if you see a little red or whatever, like I know, girl, your girl got a little piece of a pink eye, honey. All right, so hopefully it'll be gone soon. But either way, I wanted to come down and talk to y'all about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So let us go ahead and get into it, honey, because Dorit and Kyle. Let's talk about it. So they got the argument on last week, and they still arguing, all right, all over some stuff with PK and a text messaging and everything. So Dorit feels like Kyle knows she is doing something wrong. Okay. Now at the time I didn't feel like Kyle really thought she was doing something wrong. I feel like Kyle thought she was doing what she always does with PK, which is texting him. You know what I'm saying? And that's been something that Dorit has been pretty okay with. So I didn't think that she thought that it was like that big of a deal or whatever. So y'all let me know though. So Garcelle asked her, how does Garcelle asked Dorit, how did she find out about the fact that they were texting? And she was like, girl, I just asked. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. And I feel like Garcelle was thinking that Sutton may have told somebody because she ended up telling Sutton. But anyway, honey. So then she said she thought that she was gonna share her relationship, with PK, and then ask her how is she doing. And then Dorit looking at her like, BITCH, why is you asking me how I'm doing when you see that I'm over here cutting the fuck up? Okay, what, like, and then are you even asking me genuinely? Like, you don't fuck with me like that for real, girl. You ain't been trying to really connect with me for the past 2 years or whatever. So are you really asking that question genuinely because you really care and you want to know, girl? Either way, Mr. Reed was giving girl bye, got the hell up and left. So Erica followed her out the door, okay? And Dorit ended up still leaving. But Bose tells the lady, she's like, maybe, just maybe, she just wanted to get everything all out and open, get it off her chest. And then Sutton said, well, she don't need to do that SHI with people that ain't do that to her, folks that don't deserve it. And then Bose said, well, how does she not know Kyle don't deserve it though? She don't know if Kyle don't deserve that. Hell, Kyle ain't proving nothing, but all Kyle doing is saying that she ain't do nothing. So, okay, she don't know if she don't deserve it. If Kyle wants to prove something, Kyle can show them text messages or whatever the case is, show us your phone. And then maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe, just maybe, she can apologize for her actions or not. Okay, so anywho, that's what was said. So Kyle over there like, okay, bitch. Like Kyle making this face like, okay, I see you, or whatever the case is. All right. So Kyle says, she laughed for she says she's laughed for 8 years. So Bo says, yeah, well, it's a lot of things that you find to be cute and funny until some shit go down. And then when this stuff go down, it just ain't as funny as it was anymore. Now, is it? Now, really, that's when Kyle had made that face, actually. That's when Kyle was like, okay, BIC. Okay, touche, ho. I see you. I see you, bitch. Okay. And the reason why I feel like Kyle made that face too, her was because one, um, it was also, I feel like she made the face on some like, I see you, but then also I see how heavily, team to reach you are. But it was given like, Kyle, you had just did that in so many words when it came down to the whole BravoCon type of thing. Like some stuff you would laugh at or whatever the case is not that big of a deal. But now all of a sudden you got SHI going on in your life and now you want to be sensitive and shit that you would have found funny any other time. It's not funny anymore. So that's why Kyle really had to make that face like, okay, bitch. Okay, okay. I got it. You good, bitch. Nah, you good. I see you. We see each other, okay? That's why she made that face because Bo Slick clocked her T too. Like, so it's okay for you to do it, but it's not okay for her to do it. Things have changed, okay? She may have thought it was okay, but some shit done went down. Things have changed, and now she don't like it. You don't like it, you don't like it, and she don't like it. So, anywho, Kyle and Sutton. Later on, they talk, and Kyle talks about losing it with Dorit, and she hasn't done that since, Camille Grammer. That's the last time she really had to go off on somebody and have a vein pop out. So Sutton says that Kyle has a problem when people stand up to her. Ooh. Okay, she says she feel like Dorit been holding it back for many a years, and now all of a sudden she's standing up to Kyle, and Kyle can't take it. And I'm like, okay, then why you don't be agreeing to that when you be in their face and stuff? You be coming at Dorit like Dorit all the way in the wrong. Just a little piece. But anywho, girl, so then Garcelle shows up with the ladies and Kyle tells them about how she ended up calling Mo or Mo called her or whatever, so they talk. And she told Mo that she can't be friends with PK no more. She can't text him or anything like that. And Mo is like, oh, that's the stupidest shit that I've ever heard. Like, I just think that's dumb. I don't think that should be okay. And of course, Garcelle and Sutton reiterate that, listen, I have to agree with Dorit in so many words because if it was me, I would have felt the way about that shit too, is what the ladies are saying, okay? Um, so Sutton says, so I think Kyle tells Garcelle, your situation is different. And then Garcelle's like, not really. Mine may have dealt with like some infidelity. And then Sutton says, yours dealt with infidelity too. And then Kyle said, who? Who the hell you talking to? Like, who dealt with infidelity? I'm a little confused. Girl, that was messy right there because that's some tea that Sutton was about to release that Kyle wasn't really letting everybody know about. Child, ain't that messy, honey? Messy as hell, girl. So listen, Miss Sutton was sitting over there like, girl, you know you had brought it up. You know what I'm saying? So Kyle was like, no, when? And then Sutton says, I mean, like, you talked about it. Girl, Kyle said, you talking about Instagram? Like, what you talking about? You must be talking about that Instagram. Sutton said, I wasn't talking about no damn Instagram, bitch. You know what I'm talking about. You know what it's giving. Okay, baby. Y'all can't tell Sutton that. Y'all cannot tell Sutton a thing because Sutton will slip up and fuck up. Okay, you cannot tell Sutton T. All right, so Kyle says, well, that's different. Okay, that's different. Whatever it is you talked about, girl, it's different. She says the way she went about it was annoying. Getting back to the read, she says, so let's get off me for a little bit. Let's get back on the read because that's the subject at hand, not my business. The way Dorit went about it was annoying as hell. Okay, she says Dorit has never had an issue with it before, and now all of a sudden she do. That's a problem. Well, Kyle, you didn't have an issue with some stuff before, and then now all of a sudden you do. Okay. Kyle says that she doesn't know this new Dorit, and she's not trying to be around her if she's going to be treating her the way that she's been treating her. Like, I'm not trying to fuck with it. Okay. I'm not trying to. So listen, now I'll be honest. Now I was kind of like a little in the middle. Like I understood like where Dorit is coming from, just a little bit. Like, okay, girl, like let me know. Cause honestly, for me, like I just want to have my best friend's husband's number. Like that, like just for me, I got too many other folks' number in her family to really have his number for real, for real. So it's just like, I mean, any of my best friends, like none of them, like I don't have none of their men's number. Okay. I feel like if we're friends on Facebook, that's enough. I hit you up on Facebook if I need to. Like, I had to reach out to one of my best friend's husbands via Facebook because I'm like, yo, I've been reaching out, have not talked to her. Is everything okay? And then when I hit him up via the DM, and he's like, oh, she'll be glad to hear from you because she actually had this and that going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Okay, I just don't. That's just me. Like, I don't. I mean, y'all got different friendships, girl. So do what y'all do. I'm not trying to control nobody's friendship. Just telling you about me. But anyway, girl. So anyway, um, so I felt like I kind of understood a little bit of Dorit because that is how their friendship works. Like it is okay for your partner to have the other person's number and all of that. So I understand Dorit feeling a little bit like, damn, like basically PK is not to be trusted. And he might try and hit on my friend or something like that. I don't know. He just not to be trusted because he's acting really erratic right now. I don't know what the fuck he got going on and I don't trust him. So I get that. But then at the same time, it's like, girl, y'all not even friends right now. Or at least y'all not talking to each other right now. So sometimes for me, I do feel like people still be expecting respect from people that's not fucking with them right then. Okay, y'all friendship is up in the air in limbo. Now, I don't think she should dog you and tell your business on social media and then like that. But if she's having a harmless text message with somebody that you're familiar with, then I mean, somebody that your husband and not just familiar with, but your husband, but then also it's something that they've done the entire time y'all been married. Some part of me is kind of like, well, I guess it ain't that big of a deal in a sense, because in Kyle says she may be thinking she's operating how they've always been operating, right? And that's how I was feeling at one part. But girl, as the episode went on, it's giving Kyle is not to be trusted. Okay. So I'm back on the side of Miss Dorit. Okay. And that let me know, I said, but then again, your friend, because that's another part of what I had put in my notes was like, even though for me, like that's not typically something I would do, you also know your friends and you know your man in a sense, I guess. So maybe that's the reason why she felt the way about it. Okay. Like I know how Kyle can get too, not just PK, but I know how Kyle can be too. So girl, it's just messy. But anywho, girl, Kyle, I see why your ass gonna sit up there talking about you needed to take a break from filming because you was stressed the hell out. You was tired of people clocking their tea just a bit. Anywho, so Kyle says that she doesn't know this new Dorit. She ain't trying to fuck with her if she gonna treat her like this. So then we see Erica and Dorit link up, and Dorit is talking about Bowles, and she's like, I'm not understanding. Like Bowles told me that, or told them about how Sutton was feeling a way about them being so close. And Dorit says, like, girl, that's elementary. That is so elementary, and I'm with Dorit on that, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not standing Dorit. Understand that. I'm not standing Dorit. However, I am on Dorit's side because that is elementary as hell. Like, everybody had the same amount of time to get to know this woman. And nobody has truly exercised that time in getting to know Bose until after they start seeing how Bose was showing up for Dorit. And it just makes me feel like, were y'all in some type of cahoots to come into the season, kind of backing Dorit into a corner or something like that, and y'all didn't expect nobody to really have her back like that or something? I don't know. And y'all are just shook and shocked. All right, that she got somebody that got her back, and I'm slick glad that she got somebody that got her back just a little bit in comparison to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know. I mean, anywho. So Erica asked her about Kyle, and she like, girl, what you need from her? What the hell do you need from Kyle for y'all to move forward? Because this right here is too much. So then Dorit says, listen, I'm just mad at Kyle. She said, it's not so much as her trying to be friends with the man. Like, of course, I can be friends. Like, I don't care, be friends, whatever. But it's more so about the fact that you sent up there texting this man and you ain't even let me know. And it's like, girl, what part of y'all were not talking? Y'all were not in communication. Y'all was not fucking with each other. So it could have been a piece of Mad Day. Not that Mad Day enough she was finna go on your man. Okay, but Mad Day enough to like, girl, whatever y'all got going on, y'all got going on. And I mean, like, it ain't like we texting about this for real for me to have to like let you know. Girl, I'm trying to figure out my damn sexuality. And what the hell I'm finna do with damn PK, not PK, but my Mauricio over here, girl. Ain't nobody really studying no damn PK. You need to be worried about the other bitches that you don't see. That's what you need to be worried about, okay? So, that's probably what she was thinking. I don't know. But anywho, she says that she's okay with them sharing a friendship, but she just wished that Kyle would have told her because if the tables were turned, Kyle wouldn't like it. And I said, B.I.T.? You ain't never lied. Oh, you ain't never lied, girl. She would not, girl. Yeah, she probably would be scorching earth just a little bit. She would if Kyle turned up on Dorit for the smallest things, in my opinion, that she tried to come at her about. I'm like, girl, if the roles were reversed and you were talking to Mauricio more than he was talking to her or anything, she would have been pissed the hell off. Like, yeah, that would have been a whole problem. Anywho, Bose is getting fibroid surgery. And I think we learned that they ended up removing about 10 fibroids. And although she has her daughter that's going to be graduating soon or whatnot, she does want to have more children. Shout out to Bose. Okay, girl, do what you want to do. I know I got to zit it myself, okay? My son going to be 21 in a few weeks, and he got a 1-year-old brother. It is what it is. And they are crazy about each other. Shout out to God. Anywho, so Bose want to do that. Do your thing, Miss Bose. Okay, so she is getting, but you know, of course, there are multiple reasons as to why women have that type of surgery, and it's not always linked to wanting to have children. You know what I'm saying? So whatever's gonna make it safe for her. And then I think sometimes you can remove that, and it's not even a guarantee that you'll still be able to have children. So whatever it is, I'm glad that she was able to get those fibroids removed and that she's getting to a better place ultimately, right? So Kyle does stop by to check on her. She got these flowers and stuff, and I guess this was a good time for people to show up and show that they care, show that they're interested in getting to know her and coming to, you know, check on her and everything. So I think that was good. So Kyle says that she was hurt by Bo's comments at the Viper Room, but she isn't going to necessarily tell her. She's just going to work on getting to know her, and in hopes of getting to know her, then Bose will see her side of things. Okay, so when Bose said that I think Kyle wanted me to see her side of things or either get me to be team more her versus Dorit, I think Bose was right. Okay, and I don't think that Bose was wrong with what she said to Kyle at the Viper Room. She wasn't lying. It's okay when you do it, but it's not okay when Dorit do it. When all of a sudden, yeah, she was cool with it, but now she ain't. Now she ain't cool with it. You was cool with it. Now you ain't. Okay, y'all are both not really. Y'all are both yelling at each other and not really listening to each other. So I feel like when Kyle and Dorit have their final conversation, because I do believe there's going to be more, they need to have that conversation amongst just the both of them. And they also have to be at a place where they are exhausted with the yelling and more so open to having an understanding and allowing each other to talk. And what I think should happen with most friendships when y'all are having issues and stuff, maybe let that person get everything out and you make notes on the things you want to address in what they're saying to you, but actively also hear what they're saying. Like, don't just listen to respond. Also hear what it is that they're saying. So the very notes that you take, just take an understanding of that, and then vice versa, and then y'all hash everything out, girl. Figure it out. Do what works for y'all. Anywho, so Kyle wants to get to know Bowles better, so she pulls up. And of course, they discuss Dorit, and Kyle doesn't like that Dorit is trying to play her out like she that type of chick. She's like, girl, you know I ain't that type of chick. Now, let's see, because there's two different type of chicks, just a little bit, multiple types of chicks. But what I think Kyle is referring to is the type of chick that'll either hit on your man or let your man hit on me. And I'll go with it, right? But Dorit didn't really tell her the type of chick that she thinks that she is. Dorit asked her, I thought, if they've had any type of conversation about her and him at all, and Cal said no. Only for Cal to turn out to be lying. So you are the type of chick, maybe not to hit on her, but the type of chick that'll sit up there and discuss his feelings about his wife, whether good or bad or whatever the case is, and not come back and tell her, like, hey, had a talk with him. This is what's going on. Maybe you guys can, sort this out and whatever. Okay. So I guess that's when Dorit says that she hasn't told me. I guess those are the things that she may want her to tell her. Okay. The type of conversations that they really having. I don't know. I don't know how it's really gonna help, because when the NIGGA don't want to be with you, girl, he just not gonna be with you. It ain't gonna matter. But anyway, girl. So let's keep going. So Bo says that they don't see each other in the same way. True. And Kyle does agree to that. And she says that when she is close with someone, she shares everything. And she says Dorit doesn't really share everything. But see, that's my thing too. I also feel like just because you share a lot don't mean I got to. And then sometimes I know I may feel like it ain't really shit going on for me to really feel like I got to share. Like it ain't shit happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going through nothing for me to want to confide in, I think it just depends also. She doesn't share. I think that at a point in time, I think Dorit may have shared everything, right? And I think maybe, and people don't understand this also, sometimes in friendships, you can be a person that shares everything, and then your one of your friends may stop sharing, and you may feel like, well, damn, she don't share with me, I share everything with her. Well, maybe at one point when she was sharing, he or she, you may have made that person feel not so comfortable with sharing with you. Right? Maybe you may have come from a judgmental angle often, and sometimes they may just wanted a person that would listen, which may be a reason why Dorit felt so comfortable to just tell a stranger her business, because the stranger doesn't know enough to really judge them in a certain capacity, or say, most of the time they probably just don't come with an understanding, like, yeah, I can relate because it is that, or whatever the case is. So maybe that's why she felt more comfortable sharing with a stranger than her own friend. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, that could be a thing too. All right. And based on how your friends see you, your friend could potentially always see you in the wrong and on the wrong side of things. Okay. So I don't know. Then you got a question. Is that really your friend? Okay. But anywho, girl, that's just, y'all leave y'all thoughts on that piece. Okay. So anywho, so Dorit, Dorit shared with Bowles on day one. We talked about that. All right. But then also at the time that Dorit shared with Bowles, her and Kyle weren't really talking. So she probably wasn't going to share all of that with you, okay, at that particular time. All right, until y'all had the conversation that y'all needed to have first. Then she probably would have shared more. So you got to understand that part of it too, Kyle. So anywho, so Bo says that Dorit felt the way about Kyle not showing her the text, and says the only reason that you weren't really showing text is if you really got something to hide and it was something to it. And then Kyle says, or the only reason a manipulative person would think that you're being manipulative is because that's what they is, okay? So that's what it's given. And I'm like, I don't know. But that was an interesting piece between the both of them. So Kyle shows a video of Dorit being too touchy with Mo. And she's like, girl, it's been plenty of instances and rumors where people saying you've been fairly touchy, rubbing up on my man, and I ain't never front you on that. So please don't try and play me out to be that type of girl when it comes to PK. Okay, don't do that. All right. So Bose thinks Kyle is hollering like a hit dog. And I'm like, shit, we about to see. So then Sutton, Garcelle, and Kyle link up, and they head to Erica's house. They pick Erica up, take Erica to Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm screaming because y'all know Erica sat up there and said that she didn't get a pizza party like everybody else. So they said, girl, we're going to give you more than a pizza party. Okay, we really finna turn this thing up. How about that? We finna take you to Chuck E. Cheese, BIT. No, they did not invite Dorit because they ain't fucking with Dorit right now. And also they didn't invite Bose because of her situation with the surgery. Okay, so they took Erica out, took advantage of that timing. Why they didn't hit up Kathy, I don't know, but that's what it was. Okay. Chuck E. Cheese actually does have great pizza. Well, I haven't had Chuck E. Cheese pizza in years, but the last time I had it, that shit was good as hell. Okay, I have to say. But anywho, so they take her there, and then Erica talks about being in a better place and never wanting to get married again. Okay, I hear that a lot from married people. I think one and done. I don't see nothing wrong. If you want to do what you want to do with your life, if you never want to ever get married in life, you don't have to. If you want to have at least one marriage, and if that fails, you never want to get married again, that's okay. If you want to have three of them, do what the hell. I mean, shit, it ain't stopping Miss Sierra and Carly. Okay, well, see, one thing Carly Red gonna do is get engaged. Okay, one thing Miss Sierra gonna do over there on Love and Hip Hop ATL, she gonna get married every time. But y'all do what y'all wanna do. Anywho, so Kyle and Mo, we learned that they still talk every day, and Garcelle tells Kyle that she should be So Garcelle's like, "Can I be blunt?" And she's like, "Girl, go ahead." She was like, "Listen, girl, I think you should do whatever the hell you want to do in this life. You only get one, okay? So if you want to be lesbian today and straight tomorrow, girl, you can do what you want to do. Like, just do your thing, okay?" So of course they're laughing, but they also feel like, damn. Now why you hate to say that? Okay? When you know that lady really ain't trying to talk about that whole situation with that girl, that was a bit messy. And I feel like Kyle didn't feel away in the moment, but give her some time, she gonna feel away about that later. Anywho, Erica brings up Dorit in the texting situation. And Erica's just like, listen, Dorit just was like, you could have just let her know, like, just let her know or let her see the memes or whatever the case is. And Kyle says, she trying to make me come off as though I'm inappropriate, and she know motherfucking well that I'm not, okay? She says, and I don't gotta share this shit with that bitch. But you know what? For the sake of all of this whole shit y'all got going on, girl, I am going to share it. All right. And I'm just going to get it over with. Okay. So don't ask me about it again. So she shares the message. And what the message said was, whatever has happened, she says she's aware of what has happened, and she would never share anything, and it will continue to be memes and jokes. Basically, I've never shared what we've talked about before, and I'm not going to share it now. Okay, we can continue to send the memes and jokes. It is all good. It is what it is. So now people is looking at her sideways. Like, in order for you to say some shit like that, that means that you guys have had conversations about Dorit and PK. So when Dorit has asked you about whether y'all talked about them or discussed them at all, you said no. Okay. Now you may feel like you didn't do anything wrong because y'all didn't have inappropriate conversations. However, meaning like flirty or whatever. But when Dorit asked you that, you did do that, and you looked her in her face and lied and said that it was just memes and jokes. That's giving more than memes and jokes. So now everybody for to be looking at you sideways, okay? They gonna have Kyle storming the hell out. So Garcelle goes to see Bose finally, and she brings her some Jamaican food or whatever. And Garcelle tells Bose that Dorit is an embryo up her coochie. Baby, whoa. Whoa, you ain't have to come at it like that. BIT, don't try and say I'm an embryo under somebody's coochie and then want to sit up there and ask me about how things are going and how I'm feeling when it comes to my divorce, bitch. I'm not telling you anything. The fuck? When I know you don't like me, girl, I'm not telling you shit. So Garcelle says her issue with Dorit is the fact that they'll take some steps forward and then they'll take even more steps back. And then Bose is like, why do you think that happens? And she says, I don't know, girl. Like, I mean, I know for one, she talks too much. And it's like, okay, I don't know why, but I do know that both of you guys contribute to it. Okay. It's not all Dorit's fault. And it's not all your fault, okay? Whatever the friction is or the issue is, it's both of y'all. And high key, what it is to me is that you have never seen it for Dorit ever since that season when she did that shit or whatever. And Dorit knows it. So when you even try to be a bit friendly with her, she gives you that true energy. Like, bitch, I know you don't fuck with me. Okay? And she don't really fake it with you. Okay, acting like you care and all of that. Like, I mean, that's just what it is. You don't like her for real. You never did, and she knows it. So that's where we are. What else? So Bo says Dorit was really open with her, and she wanted to be a bridge for her, at the time. And Garcelle tells Bowles about Kyle reading the text message or whatever, and Bowles is shocked, and she sees that Kyle was full of it. She's like, Kyle lied to us, and she said, "Oh, I wonder who's gonna tell Dorit this information. I think you should do it." So we gonna see how that plays out, honey. Okay, we gonna see who gonna really tell him. Look like Kyle gonna have to be the one to tell her, because in the previews when they all come, I guess that's Bo's house or whatever, Bo's is going to ask her to read it again. And I think Kyle is gonna read it. She's gonna get upset. She's gonna storm off. But it seems like Dorit wasn't even as upset with her. Okay, in that moment, because it seems like Dorit was calling for Kyle, I guess, so they could have a talk, and then Kyle still stormed off. So that's what we got going on, girl. Just wanted to come and give you guys a quick little review on Real Housewives of I'm sorry, I was gonna say Real Housewives of Bell Collective. What the hell? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. All right, leave your thoughts and comments down below. That's all I got at this time. I'm Jami, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Still on. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a praxis. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Aegis. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel the pool.